Hello, everyone. I'm Christine Kimball, and this is
Adrian Smith.
I wanted to make sure I got your name right.
Mm-hmm.
We are the admins for the new group that you joined of female entrepreneurs of Central Pasco. Thank you for that recommendation, by the way. Our goal really is to stay focused in Land O'Lakes, Lutz, and the Trinity area. We definitely don't mind if Wesley Chapel and like the Port Richies come over and join us, but ideally we want to spend time with you. So Central Pasco is much more fitting. But we wanted to introduce ourselves and tell you kind of the purpose of the group and why we're here.
Welcome, ladies. So yeah, Christine meant to mention that we are both a part of a group in Wesley Chapel that does something similar, but it's quite a bit away. So we just wanted something that's more local, something that we can get together without it being a big time commitment. So that's why we started this group. But in the essence, we want to build a community of women to network and support and inspire and educate. We all have something to offer because we are business women, and whether we are seasoned or we're new, we just want to have a space where we can share what we know and help each other. So Sundays are for networking. Share your businesses on the Facebook page, and we'll try to keep it to just Sundays so that we respect each other's time. Mm-hmm. Feel free to post when you need support, whether it be if you have a question or you just want to see what someone else has done that helped them or was successful, or just another set of eyes to look at something. Because Christine and I do that for each other, which is very helpful, but women in business can sometimes be lonely. You don't have that other person to do that with. So that's why we're going to be here for you guys. Share helpful tips and tools that you've had or that you found inspiring or helpful. Lastly, educate by sharing your knowledge and successes. Christine is going to talk to you all about a few things and ideas that we'd love to share with you guys. Christine is very knowledgeable in a lot of things that I know nothing about, so that I'm excited for,
and vice versa.
Yeah. And then if you guys ever have any business events, feel free to share those at any time, so long as it's an actual event and not just something that you have going on your page. Save those for Sundays. But anytime you guys have an event, we want to hear about it because it could be something that we're interested in or that we want to be a part of. So share those with us. And we want to see your faces. We want to do, monthly luncheons where we can just meet and connect and hang out. The importance of video and social media, Christine can talk a little bit more about that, but it's very important. And I feel like we can connect more and just get more comfortable with ourselves so that we are more comfortable in front of someone, the person that we're selling to or the person that we're trying to get in business with. So post videos if you're sharing something. Don't be afraid. Practice makes perfect. I never recorded myself until Christine forces me to do it on almost a daily basis. And it's been very helpful. So don't be afraid because you just get used to it. So collaboration and support is what we were all about. And we join you guys to come do it with us.
Absolutely. I loved attending some of the Wesley Chapel luncheons. I think that's really what grabbed my attention, was to finally reach out and meet 10 different women for just an hour, hour and 15 minutes or something like that. So once we start the luncheons after the holidays, we're really looking forward to getting to know you. We'll obviously keep those at local restaurants and support local businesses and things like that. So whatever suggestions you have. As far as the video portion, we want you to participate. This is very collaborative, and we feel like we have things to offer, but we also have a lot of things to learn. So we're going to be tapping you on the shoulder. Not really sure like structurally how we're going to do that now, but there will be certain times of the year that are more important than others. So for example, towards the end of the year, with everybody's New Year's resolutions, hopefully we'll find a health and wellness coach that would be willing to come on in the evening and spend just 15 or 20 minutes, not a whole lot of time, but give us some insight into how to do things better. Because obviously the better you feel, the better you work and things like that, those all translate into being a better business person, not just being there to promote your business. So we came up with some ideas, a little bit of a list, if you will. I'm going to read off of it. And these are just ideas we had. So if there's things that you feel like you're really missing in your business life, please add to the list. You can comment right under the video here. Sure. And I will tell you that I love to build what I call my digital intelligence. I know people have like emotional intelligence and things like that. I love to build my digital intelligence. So I'm really passionate about finding all the tricks and ins and outs of Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat and what's new and what's coming. So that's something I get pretty passionate about and have been for a number of years. So those are important to me just because I think some of the technical pieces people shy away from, but they could make your life so much easier with a couple of clicks. So those are the type of things I would like to share, but we came up with how to manage teams remotely. And that's kind of a big topic, but so much of business is going virtually. And like Adrienne, for instance, she works from home, managing her business at malls in Orlando and Tampa. Tampa, not Brandon, right? Correct. Okay. So she would have expertise in leadership, especially, in the 2000s. That's just how businesses are, which is a blessing, but it's a whole different type of leadership and management requirement for people. So we want to expand on that topic, for instance. MailChimp, I use MailChimp religiously, so that could be a tool and a resource for email marketing. Facebook training as far as your Facebook pages and the different templates and the different ways you can use the tools within your Facebook pages. Recently, I discovered how to take a Facebook Live and turn it into an MP4. You may want to be able to use one either from your leadership or from yourself and post it on your website or send it to someone who, crazy enough, may not be on Facebook, because I actually met someone yesterday.
Or aren't a part of the group that it came from.
That's a good point because they can't see it, right? Let's see, Instagram for business, changing over your Instagram to an actual business version. Some networking professionals that we know, bringing them in to help us. Focusing on self-care, because clearly women don't always do that. And then how not to be in work mode all the time, how to turn it off. And that kind of couples with the whole self-care idea. Expanding your business daily. Obviously, we limit or are limited sometimes. We feel like we're just sitting and waiting for the customers and the business opportunities to come to us, but they're out there and you have to go seek them. But how do you make yourself do that every single day as a vital behavior? What drives your why and knowing what your purpose is? I think a lot of us have heard so many times.
What's your why?
What's your why? Everybody's sharing why. Make sure you tell everybody what your why is. And that's super important. But let's get to the nitty gritty of
why is that your why?
Yeah.
Like the root cause
and
what's driving you.
Why do you even have the job that you have?
What's your purpose in life? Because if you don't have that at the forefront, you lose sight of it. And then you just, your business can suffer because of it.
Yeah. And you have 3 jobs, so I'm very interested in what your why 6 times over.
I want that money.
But really there's things that we're passionate about that made us choose the career, and especially entrepreneurship. because that is something that is not expected of you. When you're an entrepreneur, you seek out something that you want to do, that moves your soul, that excites you or invigorates you. So where did that come from within you? So we might have those conversations.
Prepare for some soul searching. This isn't all just the land of business. Christine's good at that.
Counselor Christine. What is my fee? It's like $50 an hour.
TBD.
Yeah. Being in the moment and really, that's part of, like, for instance, I shared Deepak Chopra's meditation challenge. And that was like one of the first topics, was not focusing on the past, not worrying about the future, but really being present in the time that you're in and giving your all to whatever you're doing. That's very difficult. And I may look for some guidance in talking about that, because I'm certainly not an expert, but I have some friends that are. So that was an idea. We want to talk to you about elevator speeches. And if that's not something you've ever heard about or practiced or worked on, we've already got a plan for you coming as our first agenda. And then finally, like this video right here, I use the app Zoom and recording live meetings that also allow you to do screen sharing. So that's a lot. We put together a big agenda, but that's nothing as important as what you guys are needing. So if you can tell us what you really feel like you need, what is that gap in your life? And maybe you don't even realize that you're missing it, but that's really what we want to bring to this group. And it's not, some of these things are not areas of expertise for us, but maybe we were a little bit more comfortable, and that's why we put it on the list. But I'm sure there's 100 other things that we would have never thought about that you guys would need to hear. And it doesn't matter what kind of business you're in, because this group is drawn towards business as a whole and personal development as a whole, with the opportunity to share and network and promote your business. But that is not the primary agenda. So hopefully you like some of those ideas. And we'll be talking to you soon about more of them. But I think we can wrap up. Yeah. You have one more thing to cover for us.
I do. I forgot what it was. I brought up monthly lunches. What was my closing? Nothing.
I think we covered it.
Yeah, I think we covered it. And just remembering that this group isn't, I mean, I feel like as we're trying to always find our in to share what our business is. But that's not the main focus of this group. The main focus is to collaborate and support, and you will network because you have, you know, a group of women who you are meeting up for lunch with, or, you know, a random coffee date, et cetera, or seeing their face and seeing what it is that they do. But this isn't just a group to drop your Facebook page link in and that be it. Like, we want participation, and we want to see what you can bring to the table, and we want to share what we can bring to the table with you guys.
Absolutely. So thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us and giving us this opportunity. Hopefully we meet you all soon, and have a good week.
Bye, ladies. Thank you.
See ya. Okay.